Hi guys, Chris and PJ here live in our favorite place on earth, Dream Giveaway Garage. You already know the answer to that
Hello,
one.
everyone.
It's going to make a joke. Anyway, Fired Up Friday, and today, since Classic Corvette is the next one to end, we're going to be firing up this big block solid lifter, super rare LS6, 454, 425 foot-pounds of torque. What else should I say about this engine?
The more important thing is it's only got 4 weeks left.
Only got 4 weeks left, less than 4 weeks left, which means 3+ weeks for you guys to enter to win at www.dreamgiveaway.com. I cannot understate the historical significance, the rarity, and the holy graility. Is that a word?
We'll use it today.
Holy graility of this 1971 Corvette LS6.
Tell me why, Chris.
So, 1970 was really the end of the muscle car era for all essential purposes, except for this car right here in 1971. And then, of course, you could argue that the Pontiac Super Duty engines of 73 and 74. But for the most part, everybody started backpedaling on horsepower in 1971. This, however, was Zora Arkus Duntov, the father of the Corvette, the head of Chevy engineering, and I'm going to tell you about him in a moment. He made sure that this vehicle could get out in 71. So you know about the LS6 in 1970. We gave away a Chevelle LS6 454, big block, 425 horse. 1971, the Corvette got it, but so rare and so expensive, only 188 of them ever received it. I looked at the NADA value. These are now valued at $200,000, top price. And the price is only going to keep going up. So it is that rare, that desirable of a car. But let's talk about Zora Arkus Duntov. You know, this is a neat story. Anytime you see the letter Z on a high-performance Chevrolet, and even a kind of high-performance Chevrolet, that Z stands for Zora. That was his first name. And he wrote a letter to GM's general manager back in the early 50s, and he really set a blueprint as to how Chevy should get involved with teenagers and hot rods and motorsports and, you know, high-performance vehicles. And Chevy liked him so much they hired him, and he stayed on as a chief engineer for Corvette until, I don't know, 1982, 1983. So all the way through the C3 generation. And we're talking all the way back from 1954, I think he was hired. So think about, you guys tell me, what vehicle have you owned from Chevy that had a Z in it? Most famous one, of course, is probably the Z28, right? You ever own one? That Z stands for Zora. So let's talk about other Z nomenclatures in Chevy's lineup. Let's talk about the Z06. Once again, Zora. The ZR1, Zora. The ZL1, Zora. The ZR2 on the truck, Zora. Anytime you see the letter Z starting a Chevrolet, it's paying homage or respect to Zora Arkus Duntov. And this was his project, making the Corvette as powerful as it could be when the rest of the industry said the muscle car era is over. We have gas price problems like today. We have insurance price increases like today. And so when it all ended in 1970, Zora said, I'm going to do this car. And that makes this 71 Corvette LS6 so special. So you're probably saying to me, why isn't there a letter Z in this car? That's an excellent question. I don't know the answer to that. Although there are ZR2 Corvettes and ZR1 in 71, I think they have aluminum blocks. I think that's the only difference. PJ, what do you have?
Roger Schofield says amazing, absolutely amazing. Beautiful lines.
Easy to open hood too, Roger.
Beautiful lines in color. Now the color is pretty.
And what's so neat about this color, and of course it's politically incorrect to even say the name of this color, but it's called war bonnet yellow. And depending what angle you look at this car, it could look mustardy yellow, it could look gold, right, PJ?
Yeah.
And under the fluorescent lights, it doesn't change as much, but when you get it out into the sunlight, the color really changes depending upon the angle. Such a neat color on this car.
Floyd says they sounded great. You could tell when they drove in the parking lot.
Absolutely.
And we
yeah, because of the solid lifter 454.
And we will be firing this up.
We will be firing this up. Look how huge this engine is. You can start to see it's starting to get some emission stuff on there that you wouldn't have seen a few years earlier. This one, such a neat car, and we have full documentation on it. Power windows, AM, FM on it as well. Tilt and telescoping steering. And of course, the only way you could get these 454 LS6s was, I'm pretty sure on this, but correct me if I'm wrong, I think you could only get them with a 4-speed, I think. So, we'll see. Anyway, so 425 horsepower, the last of the high-performance big block Chevy engines, did not come on a Chevelle. It came on this 1971 Corvette LS6 car, and that's exactly why we chose it. If it was a 350 powered 71 in this cool color, we would have passed. We wanted you guys to win a holy grail. We wanted you to put that holy graility in your driveway. And you've got less than 4 weeks left to enter the win. So we're going to be firing it on up. PJ, these are vacuum operated headlamps. Do you see the canisters back here? Look at those big old things.
They're big.
Yeah, absolutely. Also like to mention that on Sunday, our first ever BMW Dream giveaway launches, and that's a great prize. I think Kathy has given you some sneak peeks of that. Plus, you can read about it already at dreamgiveaway.com under the Coming Soon tab. And that is such a neat car, high performance. Speaking of which, so when Dream Giveaway started way back in 2007, it started with one giveaway, Corvette giveaway, 2 cars. We wanted people to win the cars of their dreams. But here's the thing. What is the car of your dreams has changed for some people over the last 15 years. And when gas was $1.50 or $2 a gallon, your dream might have been to win a classic car. We're never going to stop giving away classic cars, but for some people, those dreams have changed. Some people want to win something with better gas mileage that will last them for the next couple 100,000 miles or maybe the next 1,000,000 miles. That's why we've launched other type of giveaways, such as the Nissan truck, the off-road dream giveaway. That's why we've launched the Miata. That's why we've launched the BMW. That's why we've launched the Monte Carlo. Oh, even though it's not a high horsepower car, it really talks about, you know, the 80s and how cool that era was. So when you guys see all these different giveaways that are happening at dreamgiveaway.com, we haven't lost our roots. Listen, we still love big blocks and 4 speeds and
Fire It Up Fridays.
And Fire It Up Fridays and posi tractions and pistol grip shifters and Don Garlits and Burt Reynolds and all the great heroes who we've had over the years. But we're starting to give away some other things because people want that kind of stuff, like the F-350 truck. No, it's not a muscle car, but think how amazing it would be if you could put that in your driveway without ever having to make a payment, without ever having to make that monthly car payment, truck payment. Same thing on the Nissan, same thing on a lot of stuff that's coming up. So I want you guys to please be open-minded and know, come on, you know us. We're always still going to give you those muscle cars, but there'll be a whole lot more giveaways for you guys to enter to win because there are a lot more opportunities for the general public, not just muscle car guys, to go ahead and to get the car of their dreams and cars that they can use on a daily basis. So work with me on that. I'll mention that every now and then as we're expanding stuff. If you disagree, you let us know. If you agree, then you give us a thumbs up.
Well, Kevin says thank you for always giving away real classics. So there we go.
I'm not going to stop. You know, we're not going to stop. We're always going to give away these classics because that's the root and the foundation of what Dream Giveaway was founded upon. So when you see the other stuff that's a little bit newer, even if it's outside of your wheelhouse, there is somebody out there who wants to win that, and that's what I'm saying.
I think it's time to fire this bad boy up, Chris.
Okay. Ever see a telescoping wheel, PJ? So where's the telescoping part of it? There's the tilt part of it. One of us maybe just tilt on this one. I said telescoping. I got to figure that out. Anyway.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. Solid lifters. Wow. Wow, solid lifters, big block. I just ran through a gallon of gas because that's the way that fun used to be, right? Remember, guys, this is such a classic Vette. I want you to put it in your driveway without ever having to make a payment. Go to www.dreamgiveaway.com. Enter to win the Hornworks. What an amazing car. You know, we got to take this out one of these days. This is such a fun car. Any other comments, PJ?
Floyd says, I started driving in the 60s and 70s, so I was there when these cars were new.
Wow.
That must have been pretty impressive to see these things new.
That must have been really impressive to see them new. Absolutely. Well, remember, guys, you're always a winner when you help out charities. I want you all to have a great weekend. I'm sure it's summertime where everybody is. So you guys have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. More great fun, more great action, more great grand prizes. And this is the next one that we're giving away. This is the next one to end. Less than 4 weeks left. We'll see you guys on Monday in our favorite place on earth. PJ, where is that again?
Right here in the Dream Giveaway Garage.
See you guys on Monday.